Welcome back, everyone. I have a really awesome video for you guys today. It is officially, the private beta registration is officially open. Today I'm going to go through what your GPU is, how to find it, what if it's high or mid-end, what you should put in your application, what the application means for the entire process. I'm going to go through all the details. So definitely stick around and watch this video. It's going to help you before you enter that application. Let's do it. Welcome back. I am Scoriox, where I do the maths and you do the degen. And as always, I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. And please always do your own research with any project you invest into. Okay, so I'm going to try and rattle this off as quickly as I can so that you guys get the information you need as soon as you need it. All right. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the private beta. What is it? So the private beta, we do not have a date on when it will be launched, but they've assured us that it is soon, considering the registrations have just opened, and it is all pretty much ready to go. So they just need to pick who they want in it and then give them access. It's pretty simple at this point, but what it is it's the survival mode in the game. Basically, you'll be testing out the auto battler, as well as the difficulty of the survival mode and how different strategy plays into it, as well as doing some bug testing and things like that for those of you that get into the beta. All right. And yeah, it will be under NDA. So even if I get into it or any other content creators or anything, they will not be allowed to release any information to the public, screenshots, videos, or otherwise. Okay. I'm not entirely sure if they'll be able to tell people they're in the beta. I doubt that will be something that the team wants to happen. But yes, there will be no information given out. It will be to help them test the game and get it ready for launch and test the loads and things as well. So if you're looking at getting to the beta and you want to make content on it, you definitely cannot do that for yourself and for everyone else. It's just best if it remains that way, believe me. Okay, so how do you register? Now what you want to do is, the links are all in the Illuvium Discord, but I will also chuck it in the description of this video down below. Okay, so if you guys want to know where to go, it's just play.illuvium.io. All right, you can't actually see the bar here. There you go, play.illuvium.io. I'm going to leave this up here because I don't like showing my bar too much. Okay, and the first thing you would want to do is you want to go up here to account, and you'd want to create an account. Now I've already created one, so I won't go through that entire process, but basically you'd create it, you'd enter in your email, your password, confirm your password, and then do this. It will give you a really simple captcha. I can't believe it let me do that without putting in information. It will let you do a very simple captcha where you drag that across to the right, and then you will click verify. And what will happen then is it will send you an email, and in that email you will have a little pin, and you'll have to enter the pin back on this website. Okay, so don't close this website when you're waiting for the email. Now, I've been looking in the Discord, and there have been a couple of people here and there that are saying that they're not receiving the verification email. First thing I would do is check the spam folder, the socials folder, whatever your Gmail might have. And then if none of that works, I believe there is a support@illuvium.com.au email or something. And double check in the description. I'll make sure I put the support email link down there, and you'll just email them and say, I didn't receive the thing, and they'll get it sorted. Okay, so don't stress. There is plenty of time for people to register for the beta, but I'm getting this video out as soon as I can for those that want to be the first in. All right. So yeah, so that covers off registering. Now, let's learn a little bit more about the beta, because I want to talk to you guys about how you should be wording your application. Now, this part here is important, and I'm going to really quickly read this out, is that there are many factors that will be considered for the applicants, including, but not limited to, completeness of registration information. Now, I'll show you the form really quickly before I talk about that. This is what I've got so far. And down here in experience, it's just an open form. All right, it's just an open form to fill out. So when they say completeness of registration information, I believe that means that you're providing as much information as you can. about why you deserve to be in the beta. But you definitely don't want to be writing an essay. Maybe it won't harm your chances, but if I was someone looking through 100,000 applicants, the last thing I'm going to want is someone with 20 paragraphs describing information and repeating it and all the rest of it. So keep it as concise as you can, but still include as much information that you believe is relevant. All right. We want to ensure that we select participants who will best serve the needs of our beta test. We will also be inviting passionate community contributors, influencers, and media journalists to participate in the beta test for their feedback. Now, if this was me personally, I would be staying clear of content creators almost as much as I can. I want it to be as diverse as possible. They'll have 500 entrants in this first beta. And if I was them, I would be doing maybe less than 0.1% being like 5 people that are maybe content creators in the community. I suspect I probably won't get in, but I'm just eager for them to get the game as polished as they can, and this is an excellent way to do it. But what I'm saying is, if you're worried that you're not going to get in because you don't make videos or screenshots or whatever, do not stress. They need a diverse group, and that definitely may include you. All right. So how long will it be running? It'll pretty much run until the launch of the game. Okay. The other big thing that they want you to do is that they want you to play the game every day. This is because the difficulty and the types of alluvials they're sending at you and stuff changes every day. So they want to get your feedback on it as the beta progresses so that they really know where to improve their game. All right. So the last step I'm going to talk to you about today, I'm going through the major things here. If you guys want me to do a more detailed breakdown of the beta test and what you need to do, then please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. So I'll definitely be making more videos on the entire private beta concept and kind of what it means for the game. And well, if I do have the opportunity to talk about it, having some of my own experiences, maybe in private beta 2 or 3, I believe some of them will be a bit more open, then definitely subscribe down below. And if I get access, I will be giving you all the information that I'm allowed to, obviously. All right. So now you can also submit all of this information. Now, you can submit bugs directly from the game interface. A few other things to note are that if you get access, they will send you an email. So they want you to whitelist their email. And God, I'm going to make so many mistakes if I try to do it. But maybe I can show you how that works. Maybe I'll show you that in a short or something so that I'm better prepared. Sorry. But you should really whitelist their email. And to describe what the email is here, it's in one of these. I read all of these. We'll figure it out. So yeah, you can just whitelist the email. You can basically say anything from this email, I want it to be either favorited or important. Just make sure it's not in spam because that will be annoying. But you can also check up here. You can check up here somewhere. So if I go in my one, no, that didn't work. You can go in like account and it should tell you once you log in if you're in the beta or not. It should say you're ready to go, and this website is pretty much where all of the beta things will occur. They will occur on this play.illuvium.io website. All right. You'll be able to launch the game, send all your feedback, talk to the devs and everything, I'm assuming. It'll all happen there. So it'll all be in one place, which is a really good way to do it, because once you start getting messy in Discord channels and things, it can become a complete mess. All right. So this is a really good way to do it. Now, the last thing I want to speak about is this. You can see in the registration that I have a specify specs and machine specs section. Now, first I'm going to show you how to find out what GPU your computer has. If it doesn't have one, then there's a good chance they don't want you in the beta, but they might want to test it on some people with weaker computers as well. But it wants to say if you have medium or high specs, and then it wants you to put in what GPU you have. Okay? So it just says to specify the graphics card make and model. You can mention the CPU all you want. It does not impact gameplay for most games. So I suspect that is why. So if you want to find out what specs you have, You'll go down to the Windows button, all right? And then you'll just type in the word system. Now what you want to click on is this system information panel. Now I've already got one open, so I'll bring that up. Here is the system information panel. Now this will tell you, I'm getting washed out because of all the white. I definitely need to adjust that. This will tell you what your GPU is. What you want to do is you want to go over to components and then display on the left here. And right here on name, this section down here, it will tell you what your GPU is. In this case, I'm running an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Super. I actually have a second GPU in my PC as well that runs my fourth monitor. But the 2080 Super is what my PC runs to do all its games. Now, in my case personally, this is quite a high-end graphics card. So I would definitely put in high. And then I would write it out in the syntax that they've got. I would write out GeForce RTX 2080 and then Super. They're normally in 4 kind of bunches. But if you ever get confused, you can bring this back up and just copy this. You probably don't need to include NVIDIA, but it wouldn't hurt if you did. I don't think anyone would mind. But yeah, I would put in GeForce RTX 2080, 2080 Super. And then I would go through and fill out the rest of my application, which I'm not going to do on stream. So the last thing is it a high or a medium spec? Now this is very much up to personal opinion. What a lot of people would consider a high spec is if something can run pretty much every game on the market and the highest settings and get a decent frame rate, anything above 60 FPS really. And a lot of graphics cards on the market will do that. If that is the definition you follow, then anything from a 1060 above will be compliant. So in this here, I would go down and I would search up 1060 and I would search if my card, so you can use Control F to search any card number. If my card is above the 1060, I would consider that high end. But that is just how a lot of people might view it if they view it in that way. Personally, I don't think anything below a 1660 Super, which is right here, would be considered high end. I would say a 1660 Super and above is what I would say is a high-end graphics card. Anything else, I would just write mid, because that's the other option on the form. Now this website, I'll leave down in the description below. It is just called videocardbenchmark.net, and that will give you all the information you need about whether or not your card is high-end or a mid-tier graphics card. If you have a high-end card, then great. If you have a mid-tier one, they're definitely going to accept some of them, but your chances aren't as high, unfortunately. But there will be future betas, and maybe future betas will let everyone in. Probably not, but a majority of people. So definitely stay active in the Discord because they're always watching that sort of stuff. All right. I hope you guys got a lot out of this video today. I hope you guys learned something and have some ideas for what you might write in your application. Some things I might include about myself is that I'm a UI and graphic designer, and I think I have a very analytical mind, which many of you guys have seen on my channel, and I think I could use that to analyze their different UIs and graphics in their beta and nitpick it a little bit. So that's an example of something I might write. Just think about your own strengths and how you might be able to play to them, and you'll be fine. Have a good one. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. I hope that you'll watch that next video up in the top right hand corner, or don't, but I really do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe down below. I'll catch you all in the next one.